Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Let's tackle another coding problem today. Today, we are looking at the problem called Robot Return to Origin. It's a fun one. Here is what the problem description looks like on the site. It can be a bit wordy, so let's break it down simply. Imagine a robot sitting right in the center of a 2D plane, at coordinate 0, 0. We are given a list of moves represented by letters: up, down, left, and right. After the robot finishes moving, we just need to figure out if it is back at its starting spot, 0, 0. By the way, if anything is confusing as we go through this, drop a question in the comments. I try to answer all of them. Let's walk through a quick example. Say our moves are up, then down. First, the robot moves up one step. Then, it moves down one step, putting it right back at the start. Because it is back at the origin, we return true. Easy enough. As always, we will build out our logic using Python first, but stick around because I'll show the Java, C++, and JavaScript code at the very end. So the easiest way to solve this is to simply simulate the robot's journey step by step. We can just create two variables to track our horizontal and vertical position. Let's call them x and y. Whenever we move left or right, we update our x position. When we move up or down, we update our y position. Let's look at how to actually code this out, one small piece at a time. First, inside our function, we start our x and y counters at 0, since the robot starts at the origin. Next, we create a loop that looks at every single letter in our list of moves, one by one. Inside the loop, if the move is an up command, we add 1 to our y counter. If it is down, we subtract 1. If the move is left, we subtract 1 from our x counter. And if it's right, we add 1 to x. Finally, when the loop is totally done, we just check, is our x counter exactly 0? And is our y counter exactly 0? If both are 0, it returns true. Here is the complete Python solution put together. It's very straightforward once you break it into small pieces. Now, are there any tricky edge cases to worry about, like what if we get no moves at all? Well, the problem constraints actually promise that we will get at least one move. But even if the string was empty, our initial 0 counters would just return true, which is correct. So we are safe. To really make sure we get it, let's trace our code with the input LL, which means left. Left. We start with both our x and y variables at 0. Our first move is left, so our code subtracts 1 from x. X is now -1. The next move is left again, so we subtract another 1. X becomes -2. We finished all the moves. Our code checks if both x and y are 0. Because x is -2, it returns false, which is exactly what we want. So what is the time complexity? It's order n, where n is the total number of moves in our list. We just loop through the string exactly once. Space complexity is order 1, which means constant space. We only create a couple of integer variables to hold the coordinates no matter how many moves we make. To summarize our key takeaways for this problem, treat the moves like a math graph. Remember that opposite moves will cancel out your counters, and the only thing that matters is the final coordinate check at the end. Okay, real quick before I show the other languages. You might have noticed I changed up the visual format for these videos today. You can probably tell my voice is AI. I actually programmed this whole system for myself so I could instantly generate clear visual guides the moment a daily challenge drops. I share them here hoping they help you study faster too. Please let me know in the comments if this shorter, punchier visual style is helpful. And remember, ask any questions you have about the problem there as well. Now let's look at the other languages. Instead of pausing and typing these out, you can just go to leetcodeunlocked.com via the link in the description to copy and paste the exact code I'm about to show directly. Here is the full simulation solution written in Java. Notice the logic is identical. It just uses a character array for the loop. Next up, here is the C++ version, which looks very similar. And finally, here is how you would write the same logic in JavaScript. Before we finish up, I want to mention I have another channel called Leetcode Unlocked. I'm on a mission to eventually post a solution for literally every single problem on the platform. If you want to study outside of just the daily challenge, check it out. If you want to help support that massive goal, you can donate at buymeaboba.com/leetcodedaily. Please make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. I post the daily problem right when it drops. Keep coding, and I'll catch you in the next one.